Beautiful morning, everyone, and happy World Book Day celebration. Thank you for joining us. I can see that we have up to 27 participants, and today we're going to be having our virtual book reading. We have the honor of having the Public Affairs Officer, Russell Brooks, give us the opening remark. Over to you. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you as well. It is my pleasure to join you in celebrating World Book Day. Now, of course, World Book Day is marked annually each April 23rd, but in view of the unusual circumstances that we are all experiencing this year, I think we can be forgiven for celebrating it a little later than normal. World Book Day, also known as International Day of the Book, is organized by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization to promote reading, publishing, and copyrights. Now, it's unfortunate that COVID-19 pandemic prevents us from gathering together physically, but the fact that we are conducting this event online reflects our determination to mark such an important occasion. The U.S. Consulate decided to partner with two of our exchange alumni, Ugochi, Obidiegwu, and Funmi, Ilori, to do this event with school children with a view to promoting the reading habit among them, as well as to stimulate them as they unfortunately are forced to stay at home. Ugochi and Funmi are alumni of the Mandela Washington Fellowship, the flagship program of the Young African Leaders Initiative, a U.S. government exchange program aimed at investing in the next generation of young African leaders. Now, we are here this morning to hear these alumni read from children's books that they have written, and for children to attempt to answer a few of their questions at the conclusion of their readings. The children who provide correct answers will have the opportunity to win some prizes. But regardless of whether you win a prize, the most important thing is for each and every one of you to sharpen your reading skills and your comprehension. If we accomplish some part of that task today, then we can all consider this to be a successful program. Now, in closing, I want to thank the parents who have taken time out to prepare the children for today's program and to facilitate their participation. I would also like to thank our alumni for stepping forward to help plan today's program and to help the young people in their communities during this time in which we must all come together and help each other. So thank you very much, and I wish everyone a successful program.
Thank you so much, sir. Hello, children. So if you want to give a clap, I want to see your hands. Give a clap to Mr. Russell Brooks. All right, the camera is seeing you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the welcome remarks, sir. And today we're going to be having a really good time. Children, are you there? Yes, we're having a good time because we have three children authors in the house, and they're going to be reading to us. Okay, so you need to listen attentively. Mr. Russell Brooks has promised us that if you pay close attention, you're going to win a prize. Okay, but that's not the whole essence. We're celebrating. Every child needs to celebrate World Book Day. Every day is World Book Day, every day. And so we expect you to keep reading, irrespective of school not being on. Everybody needs to read a book. So stay tuned so that you can enjoy all the stories that you're going to be listening to today. The authors are prepared and they're going to be reading their books. You need to pay close attention. Again, I say, listen carefully because they're going to ask you questions and we'll see who is going to win the prizes. All right. The first author that I'm going to be bringing on board, she is a Mandela Washington Fellow. She's also the author of Mona. There is a book called Adventures of Mona. It's a book that every child should read. Okay, but today, even if you don't have a copy, you're going to see the author and you're going to hear her read. Please welcome with me, Ugochi Obidiegwu. If you're there, I want to see your clap. Good. Ugochi, are you here with us? Good. It's time for us to have you.
Good morning, children. Good morning, everyone. All the parents in the house, all the staff of the U.S. Consulate would like to thank you for working with us to make this a reality. So, like Funmi has rightly mentioned, my name is Ugochi Obidiegwu. I'm the author of the child safety story book, The Adventures of Muna. Okay, that's what's behind me. Okay, so there are currently 3 books in that series, but very recently, because of the coronavirus, I had to write this smaller booklet on the coronavirus so that children like yourselves can learn how to stay safe. So this book currently will be able to share 1,000 copies for free across different states in Nigeria. It's available in English and French, and of course you can download it for free on my website. So I'll be reading from this, and like Funmi said, I'll be asking questions. So please pay attention, so you are going to win something today. The rule is the first person to answer the question correctly wins the prize. So please pay attention and get ready to type, okay? So, The Adventures of Muna, a kid-to-kid guide on the coronavirus. Hello, will you be my new friend? My name is Muna Chimso, but everyone calls me Muna. You can call me Muna too. If you are just reading about me for the first time, I am a 7-year-old girl who shares stories to help you stay safe from fire, falls, injuries, and other accidents affecting children like you. Have you heard what is going on in the world? Many people are dying of the new type of coronavirus. In Nigeria, the government has shut down schools, and I hear it is happening in other countries too. My mommy says the government is trying to protect us so that we do not fall sick. What is the coronavirus? My mommy and daddy taught Bobby and me about it. Bobby is my younger brother. They said they learned about it from the information shared by the World Health Organization, WHO. The World Health Organization is a special agency of the United Nations responsible for international public health. My mommy and daddy taught Bobby and me about it. So this is what I learned. The coronavirus is a disease that can spread from one person to another. It spreads through close contact with someone who has it. This particular one that has killed so many people started in 2019. So it is called Coronavirus Disease 2019. The short form of the name is COVID-19. It is like a common cold, but the virus attacks our ability to breathe well. For some people, the symptoms are mild and they get well soon. But for some others, it might get very serious and lead to death. The symptoms are fever, cough, and difficulty breathing. So whenever you feel this way, you must tell your parents about it so they can call for medical help. But mommy says it is better to prevent it. How can you stay safe? Number 1, we must wash our hands regularly with soap and water after coughing and sneezing, and when our hands are dirty. We must also wipe our hands with a clean cloth or paper towel after washing them. The trick is to wash your hands for a minimum of 20 seconds, and you can sing the birthday song to enable you time yourself. Also, number 2, we must not touch our eyes, nose, and mouth with unclean hands. Number 3, we must only sneeze and cough into a bent elbow, like this. The bent elbow must cover your nose and mouth so we do not spread particles. Or you can sneeze into a tissue or a handkerchief and you must dispose it immediately. Number 4, when you are around other people, maintain social distancing. Social distancing means that you do not stand too close to another person. Always give a space of at least 1 meter. Avoid crowded places. If you are sick, you must report this early. Doctors and nurses wear special masks because they are helping the sick people. Daddy says there's no current treatment, but scientists are working really hard to provide a cure. For now, we must take precautions. Dear friend, I hope you are staying safe. I don't want anything to happen to you. See you in my next adventure. Question. What are the symptoms of COVID-19? The first person to get that question in the chat box, we are going to note your details and I'll personally get in touch with you. But quickly write it down now. The first question, what are the symptoms of COVID-19? Okay, so Esther Adelaja says coughing, sneezing are symptoms. Are they the symptoms? Okay, so I'll be checking to see how the other responses that come in. Second question, how can you prevent the coronavirus? I'm so happy to see you all responding in the comment section. Awesome, awesome. Yes, so I see we have a winner for the first question. I'm going to send you a personal message, Ireti Ogo. All right, so we've gotten an answer for the second question. And the third question, how long should you wash your hands? Awesome. I'm so excited to see the comment section buzzing. The answers are coming in quickly. Thank you all so much for listening to this book. Feel free to get it on the website, www.thesafetychick.com. It is free. So I'm going to go into the comment section, retrieve the names of those that have answered correctly, and get in touch with you in your private messages. So be on the lookout for that. Over to you, Funmi.
Wow, thank you so much, Ugochi. I enjoyed listening to this book. It was really short, and this is the book for the time. Every child needs to read this book by Mona. And Mona has so many adventures that we need to enjoy from. And now she's even telling us about COVID-19. And I'm really happy that all the children are learning, or they have learned from it. They can even answer to the question. Thank you so much, Ugochi, for being our first author. Now we're moving to the second author. And I want everybody to pay apt attention. This is the time for you to listen. And this time around, we're going to be having a story about malaria. Yes, a comic book story on malaria. The author has this really nice illustrations about the heroes. I'm sure you're going to really enjoy it. Please welcome with Mayowa Solu, the author of Malaria comic book.
Thank you for agreeing with your parents to attend this. I hope you're enjoying your stay at home. My name is Mayowa Solu, and I authored this book, Malaria comic book. It's titled The Legends of the Four Captains. Before I start, I want to appreciate the U.S. Consulate team for organizing this, and also my colleagues at the Washington Fellowship. So, like you have been told, please listen carefully because I'll be asking a few questions, and you know what comes with that when you answer it well. So let's go. The Malaria comic book. In Bembe village, a woman ran out of her house in the middle of the night and shouted, "The great oracle, they have attacked again. Help me, they have attacked again. They have taken 2 of my sons in a month. Help me, Otepo." The oracle responded, "Obikadaban Shabiti Mashitem Buba." The people running behind the woman said, "Please do something, please. Last week, our king almost died because of this disease. We don't even know and we can't see it. Short one, please help us." The oracle responded again, "Obikadaba Shambiti Mashitem Buba." The oracles must visit the gods. The oracle said, "I must visit the gods." So he went. He went for days and he knocked. He finally got to his destination. He knocked on a tree, and then 2 gods came out. Their names are God Kinka and God Kinko. Their names are God Kinka and God Kinko. And he said, "Obikada Basham Biti Mashitim Buba." God, your servant has come because your people are dying, and we don't know what else to do. What can you do to help us? And the God responded and said that the invisible family, they are, the name is called malaria, and they are caused by a family called falciparum. They are caused by a family that they will give him something to. On a side note, they told him the only cause of malaria disease is the deadly parasite called falciparum, which can only be through mosquito bites, blood transfusion, organ transplant, sharing of used one is mosquito bite. So the oracle asked, how come the mosquito bite can cause malaria disease? So the God Kinka told the oracle, one day the mosquito vector, the mosquito went to the river and almost got drowned, and then was saved by the falciparum family. And then they reached an agreement. The agreement was that they should enter into the mosquito, so that whenever the mosquito bites a child, they will pass the falciparum parasite into the blood of the child, which will then kill the child. So they agreed. They also told him, once the plasmodium parasite enters the blood, they attack the red blood cells, and this makes the person sick. So they gave the oracle a solution. And the solution is that you must always clean your environment. Everywhere, in your room, your environment, your school, wherever you dwell, you must always clean the place. You must use drugs only when the doctor recommends a drug for you. And then the oracle went back to the villagers and announced cheerfully that he has found a cure. And then he told them what God Kinka and God Kinko gave to him. And since then on, the villagers never suffered from the malaria parasite. What they all did was cleaned their environment. They ensured that they managed their waste very well. And anyone who was sick was given malaria drugs administered by a medical doctor. That brings to the end our malaria comic book story. I hope you enjoyed it. Can I get your hands up if you enjoyed it? All right, so let me ask you the questions that I have for you. In which village did this happen? In which village did this happen? No response yet. How many gods did the oracle meet with? Thank you. Okay, I'm getting responses now. That's the second question. The third question, what solution did the oracle go back with? Good. Thank you, Esther Adelaja. Good. And the final question, what is the name of the oracle? What is the name of the oracle? All right, I think, yes, you got it. Malaria book. When a winner is selected, I would ensure that you get a copy of the malaria comic book here. Thank you for listening. Good to see your faces. Have a nice day, and ensure that you clean your environment and you avoid mosquito bites. Bye-bye.
Bye. Please give a round of applause to Mayowa Solu. Wow, I enjoyed that book. Yes, it's one book that I really like children to read, the malaria comic book. You know, it has a lot of illustrations, and guess what? The winner is getting a copy. Wow. So it's really good to pay attention. And I can see a lot of children trying to also type in because they've been listening. Thank you so much, Mayowa Solu, for sharing this with us. I liked the part where the oracle was saying, Obrikadi bara ba 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 ba. And I was wondering, is it really because of malaria? All right, well, that was really a good one by Mayowa Solu. Children, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Good. All right, so we have a third reader. I promised you were going to have 3 authors today. And now we're going to be inviting the third author. The third author is the author of a children's book called The Story of Tinuola. Yes, it's another time to listen. And this person's name is Emmanuel Agunze. Emmanuel Agunze is going to be reading his children's storybook, and it's time for us to listen. Please give him a round of applause.
Hi, everyone. I hope you've been having a good time so far. Okay, so my name is Emmanuel Agunze, and I'm the founder of the Makoko Dream. Can you hear me? Okay, so I'll be reading the story of Tinuola. And there's just a brief background. I'm the founder of the Makoko Dream, and Makoko is a community on water where people move via canoes and not normal cars or buses. So I'll start the story of Tinuola. My name is Tinuola Kisegbeji. I am 13 years old. 1 year ago, when I was 12 years old, I was on the verge of being married out because my parents could not afford money to send me to school. This was my reality, and I had a dream that I would be like other children who have been going to school and have that same ability to be educated. Hola, the Makoko Dream came to talk to my parents and telling them about the possibility of me being literate. Right now, I'm the school bus driver. That means I'm the person in charge of driving the canoes that serve as school bus for the Makoko Dream School. And this is my story. When you're on land and you have a car and you want to take it to the car wash, what do? You take it to the car wash, right? But then when you're on water and you want to wash your canoe, what do? Do you carry it on land or do you wash the canoe on water? Do you go inside the water to wash the canoe, or do you carry the canoe on your head and then look for somewhere to wash it? This is the reality of what Tinuola has been facing. And then I decided to volunteer as the school bus driver so as to ensure that my mates would come to school early and then go back without having to soil their uniforms. This helped me to grow as a leader and won several awards, even the awards from the prestigious Angela Conadottin in USA for Volunteer Service Award as a teenager. Right now, I'm 13 years old. I can communicate in English, and I'm the translator for my mom and dad when they want to communicate with people from outside the world. I'm living my dream, and this dream is making me see the possibilities in being a good person. I am Tinuola, and now I'm no longer thinking of getting married at 13. I'm not thinking of becoming the best version of myself. Do you know what? I want to be a medical doctor. I want to be a medical doctor because in Makoko community, plagued with so much malaria, I see this as an opportunity from things like malaria. Till I meet with you again, I am Tinuola. the Makoko Dream School Bus Driver. Thank you and God bless you. So very short, and the questions are: one, what was the problem with Sinola and how did she overcome it? Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Well, the winner will be announced at the end of the program. Thank you so much for listening. Yay.
Wow, thank you so much, Agunze. That was a really good read, and I felt quite sad. Wow, at the beginning, I was wondering why would Tinola, just 13 years old, go through all of these ordeals? But I'm really glad that our dreams are going to come true, irrespective of where she's living. Thank you so much for writing this story. It's very inspirational. And this is also to tell children, look, your dreams can come true. Yes, there are many children facing a lot of challenges, but it doesn't stop them from dreaming. You can be all that you want to be. Thank you so much. All right, so I saw that a lot of people have also entered the chat room to input their, okay, so we're going to have so many winners here. Okay, but then the moderator says she's going to choose the fastest fingers first. But I'm really excited that you were not even discouraged by that. You didn't say, because they're not going to choose me, let me know right. That tells me that there's super kids here listening to all of the stories and the authors. So how many of you would like to be authors? Let me see a wave of hand. How many of you would like to be authors? I know an author amongst us. I can see Oladipupo on the screen. He's a children author. He's written books too. And I'm really excited that he has joined in. Children, you can be authors too. I would like to invite you sometime again when we have this event. We want to invite children to also be part of it, reading their own books, okay? And this is a really good time to read. We mustn't stop reading. We don't have any excuse, okay? We don't have any excuse whatsoever to say, oh, there's pandemic, there's COVID-19, so all I want to do is sleep. No, this is the time to learn your lessons. It's a good time to read. It's a good time to write. All the ideas that are coming to you, this is a good time to do it. All right, we still have a little time to go. And I'd like to share with you on sustainable development goals. But before then, I want to hear from Ugochi if she has any more word for us. And thereafter, I will talk to you about the sustainable development goals. Ugochi, please.
Okay, so wow, I'm so impressed with the quality of responses I'm seeing in the comment section. I'm so happy that you are all responding as quickly as possible. That shows that you are really paying attention. So please just put your hands together for yourselves where you are right now. So I've actually been able to put together the names of the people that answered first. Remember, the rule was the first set of people to answer. So we got 3 from the first reader, 3 from the next one. Now, this is where it got tricky. So the last reader asked one question, which meant that anybody that could answer correctly, as many of you had a chance. And we have some people that answered correctly who have already been chosen before. So I want us to agree. Let's make an agreement. Should we give that slot to those who have not answered or who haven't gotten any gift at all? Or do you want to still maintain your slot? So please write in the comment section. I want to see, do you want to give a chance for others to win something, or do you also want to still win in this order, the last authors category? Well, okay, so yes to the fact that we should give the slot out to others, even though you also, you guys are so amazing. I love you all. So thank you. So we have 10 winners, 3 from the first author, no, 9 rather. 3 from the first author, 3 from the second author, and another 3 from the last author. But you know what's going to happen? Once Funmi is done reading again, she's going to ask questions, and another 3 will be able to win. So you see, at the end of the day, we would have 12, right? 12 gifts. So awesome. Funmi, over to you.
Thank you, Ugochi. Thank you. I like the fact that the children even allowed other children to win. Thank you. That is leadership. You see, leaders always carry everyone along. They don't want everything to themselves. All right. So I have a book here. This book is titled The World We Want. The World We Want. And it's a global book talking about the global goals. Yes, every child needs to know about the Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 goals in all. I'm going to sing a song so that we can remember the Sustainable Development Goals song, okay? So if you're able to, that's going to be my own challenge, if you're able to sing my song, yes. And the song says, Sustainable Development Goals. They are 17 Sustainable Development Goals are the SDGs of the world. Don't worry, it was just a trick that I said I was going to get you to sing it to, but it's good you learn it. So there are 17 Sustainable Development Goals in this book, and each one talks about how we can make the world a better place. Goal 1 says, no poverty. No poverty means we don't want anybody to be poor. Everybody can be comfortable, okay? And the children in this book, they were talking together. They said, oh no, we're just children. How can we stop poverty? What do we do to ensure that we can stop poverty? And the children decided that, you know what, the first thing we can do is to stay in school. Yes, let's stay in school. Let's study hard. If we do not stay in school, it means we're going to be poor. Yes, so that's what children can do. Children can stay in school to learn. If you stay in school to learn, you're going to help to stop poverty. Yes, and the second goal here says no hunger. Yes, that's goal 2, no hunger. So this story talks about Tanko. Tanko and his family, he was just a small farmer. Just, you know, he could only do small farming in his house. Unfortunately, whenever there is no rain, Tanko's family is unable to eat. Fortunately, the government came and helped to give him machines, and these machines helped to clear his land. He had more land, he had more seedlings to plant, and now Tanko was able to do some irrigations. His farm produces more, and that helps to end hunger. Now, what can you do as a child? One of the things you can do is to plant something. Yes, myself and my children got tires together and we planted vegetables. And guess what? Within 1 month, we started eating from the vegetables. So you can tell mommy and daddy, mommy, daddy, what can we do? Please, let me just have a small farm. If everywhere you live is paved, just put in tires and you would be able to plant something. All right, so I won't be able to complete all the Sustainable Development Goals, but the next time we have a reading like this, I'm sure I'll be able to share more with you. So I'm asking my questions. Can children do something about poverty? That's my first question. Can children do something about poverty? My second question is, what can they do? What can they do? All right, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And my final question is, what is the meaning of SDG? What does SDG stand for? Oh yeah! I can see the children followed. Well done, well done, well done. Good job, good job. Okay, thank you so much for listening to today's program. We have some of our coordinators in the house. All right, so we have, who's here? Okay, I'm sure we have one or two things to share with the children. Mr. Austin, do you have something to share with the children?
Children, thanks for coming onto the program. We truly appreciate you all. And of course, we appreciate your parents too, who have also helped to make it possible for you to come. We look forward to seeing you some other time. We'll try as much as possible to arrange programs like this that children would love to be part of. And we hope when we call on you, you would come over. Rest assured, your program, your prizes will be handed over to you. At this time of the COVID-19, we probably wouldn't be able to get to you to give you the prizes right away. But sometime in future, when the virus is no longer with us, we hope to invite you to come to the consulate in Lagos to come and receive your prizes. Thanks for being part of the program. We look forward to seeing you again. Bye.
Thank you so much for the word. All right, so I go back to Ugochi. It's time for us to know the winners. So if you want, can we even do a guesswork? If you think your name is going to be called, just type your name there if you think your name is going to be called. But I hand you over to Ugochi. Ugochi, please make the announcement and let's find out who our winners are today.
Okay, awesome. I've just been smiling here, collating these names. I'm just so happy doing this. It's been a beautiful experience. Really short, but so impactful. I mean, from the beginning, you've learned about why it's important to read and write. We talked about the coronavirus. We talked about malaria. We talked about Tinoola's story, poverty, going to school. And then we've also spoken about the SDGs. I'm sure you've learned a lot and you are going to share what you have learned with others, because it's one thing for you to know it and for you to share with those that are around you, your siblings, your friends, and as many people as possible. Even your parents. You might be surprised that there may be some things you might know that your parents do not know. So why don't you share with them, okay? So who are our winners for today? Drum roll. Okay, so in the first category, we had Iretiogo Olatunji, we had Odeshilo Damilola, and we had Moshe Pefoluwa. So they've sent me their details. They've sent me their email addresses and phone numbers. Right, awesome. Now in the second category, we have Alaba, we have Ethan, and we have Esther Adelaja. In this category, it's only Ethan that has sent me his details. So Alaba and Esther Adelaja, please send me your phone number and email addresses privately, not in the general chat box, privately. Just check on the screen, you'll be able to do that. Then in the third category, we have Oni Hannah, we have Feyi Hart, and Peter Egbe Ola. So again, these ones, they haven't sent me their details yet. Please send it because we really want you to get your gift. So please send your details to me. And then in the final segment, the winners in that category are Peaceful Peace, Temi Lolua, and Funmi. And by Funmi, I don't mean the Auntie Funmi that is reading. I mean the Funmi, the other Funmi in the comment section. Okay, so please send me your details, phone number, email addresses, so that I would be able to get in touch with you at the future date. Because like Mr. Austin had just mentioned, due to social distancing, you would not be able to receive your gift now. But we're going to send you a message telling you the day you're going to come to the US consulate there here in Lagos, and you would receive your gift from the staff of the US consulate. Isn't that amazing? So please send me your details, phone number, email addresses. I'll be in the comment section collating that. Over to you, Funmi.
Right. So once again, I want to say a big thank you to all of you for joining the World Book Day event hosted by the US Consulate in partnership with Mandela Washington Fellows. We want to say a big thank you to all the authors that have created time to be with the children today. I want to especially say thank you to all the parents. You see, you are the real MVPs. Good. So you see, you helped us put your children together. I can see many of them even with their headphones, you know, listening attentively, and they're able to participate. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. And we'll get in touch with you, the winners. Everybody is a winner. As long as you typed something in, you are a winner because your names are recorded here already. Till we meet again, please make sure you stay safe and ensure that you're helping your parents at home. And very importantly, keep reading. Every day is World Book Day. See you later.